Let's see anybody up this morning. Actually, it's afternoon already. Damn. How did the time go by so quickly? That's what I say at 82. It's not only the time today, but it's the time in years. It keeps going. Well, listen, to members on Mighty Network, I sent them a message out to everybody, okay? And I hope it got out there. If you saw it, I mean, like email. I sent an email listing so everybody would get it. And it shows you there's three reports that I want everybody to have. And I really want to answer questions. You know, this is what we're all about. I think the best way to help you is you just tell me what you need money for. And on both Facebook and on Let's Go Help Too, that's what we do. Now, it's hard to figure out all that, tell you the truth, because there's so many ways to ask a question. And that means we're not organized well enough to give you answers everywhere. So please bear with us and be patient, or we'll get it. If we don't ask a question, answer you in one place. We're trying to set up just one place. Now, one place I know for sure that we have that you could do is over on Facebook. If you start a new discussion on Facebook, I am answering every one of those suckers. I'm a little bit behind now, but I do. Now, on Mighty Network, Let's Go Help Too, that's where most of the people are. People asking them all over. And that's understandable because we haven't trained you yet, because we don't know how the best way to do this. So right now we're really hiring extra staff to find all these questions to ask them and then tell them. Okay, see, we have a question corner on Mighty Network. There's a place just for questions, and it shows you how to put a question there so we can get it. I mean, this is like the consulting part. You know, the other questions, it's really through members and things like that, and to share information and whatever. But if you want a real question from us, do that, or get over to Facebook and leave a question there. So I could do the research. I've been studying this go 50 years, 48 actually, but who's counting? I am. and so, I mean, just sure, I can't solve every problem in the world. Nobody can. But I could show you where it might be. That's the important thing, because if you don't have me or someone like me to do this, you're going to go to Google and you know, how long have you been spending in Google trying to get a grant? Huh? Well, yeah, right. I don't think you have to answer that, but answer it. Somebody put up an answer. How long have you been searching Google to get a grant? So give me an answer on that, okay? So so you could show other people that they're not alone, man. Everybody is floundering out there and don't know what to do, and it's so complicated, and all they do is run into scams and people trying to get money from them. You know, that's what Google is. Google is there to sell advertising. And so they need to have you there to give these advertisers money. See, that's what capitalism is, unfortunately. But you're trying to solve a problem. You don't care if it's on the moon, it's in the toilet, or wherever the hell it is. You just need the help you need, and that's what it. I want to learn more about profit. It's horrible on Google. 7 months. See, fellow's been on there for 7 months. Right, exactly. So that's why just stay away from there, please. DuckDuckGo, yeah, that's another possibility. You maybe Charity, how are you? I quit using Google thanks to you. And DuckDuckGo, oh, thank you, Charity. But please, and actually, it's really for my soul too. Now, this is a very selfish thing I'm saying. I want you to ask me questions and ask us questions, because I know we're better than anything else on Google that you'll ever find. And truthfully, because of what I see as the results, I mean, man, you look. Well, even down on the, I mean, I got a lot of people that hate me, and I suffered with that all my life. It doesn't matter. But the people that even on on YouTube that aren't even not members that say how I helped them. I got them, $5,000 for this, $3,000 for that. I helped their uncle, get out of debt. All this kind of stuff, and that's what motivates me. You look at our Facebook. That's where we've been the longest. So we have about 400 testimonials there on Facebook. That are things like this, how it changed their life and got fixed with their teeth that they never thought they'd be able to do, and things. That's what when I hear a story like that, I'll get up earlier tomorrow morning to see if I could help somebody else like that. If nobody else is helping them, helping people in America do that, somebody has to be doing it. I believe the government should be doing this, not me. Man, this is all government stuff. This is not stuff I developed. These are not programs I created. No. I don't even know they're there either. Yeah, the government did it, and they don't have the talent, the skill, or politics, or whatever it takes to get people to know about what's there. And because the government doesn't do a good job of that. Another thing has started up in our country, and that's nonprofit organizations doing the government job, sometimes and mostly with government money, because the government doesn't do it well. So the nonprofit organizations start to do what they want the government to do. And the government wants to do things that we think everybody should contribute to, and people don't have to charge, right? The business community is for people who want to sell things, and we think people should buy that. So we think that people should not buy a library book, right? So we have libraries to do that. We think people should not pay for education up to 12 years old. So we give that for free. So that's all those kinds of things, certain kinds of health care. So we all decide this as a democracy, what we're going to give away for free and what we're going to make people pay for, okay? And that changes. It's a moving target. I really don't even care, tell you the truth. If these things should be here or not, or whatever it is, I don't really care. My concern is that people out there, you in the public, have problems. You have financial problems, growth problems, all kinds of things, insecurity, housing problems, healthcare problems, legal problems, or whatever. And the government and nonprofit organizations decided that they're going to solve these problems for people, okay? But the people with the problems don't know. Yeah, the people with the problems don't know. and that's the truth. That's what's happening. And so that's my only job. I don't say any of these programs are right. I don't say any of them programs are wrong. I'm just saying people I know, because I talked to them for 50 years now, have incredible problems out there. And more that's happening in our country, where people are fewer and fewer people are falling into poverty, and more people are falling into millionairehood. So to me, we should take care of the people who can't survive well. And we have tools to do that, but we don't match them up very well. And that's the problem. And that's what hurts. And that's what I'm trying to do every day of my life, and the last of it that I have. Now listen, I just sent everybody an email. Tammy, did you get it? I sent it to all the members on Let's Go Help Too. Did you get that, Charity? Did you get that? An email from me, or I don't know how we got it, sir. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's all you need. You give those 3 reports to friends. They don't have to pay. That is my 50 years of grant stuff, all in a nutshell. And it's all there and all organized. And that's the thing with it. It's all about organizing, or what I call rearranging reality. Now, all of the reality's out there, but how you rearrange all this stuff that's out there in our orbits, that makes it usable for you, to solve your problem. on the three major brands. The latest one I have is I call Lesko's Monster Report. It's a monster report because there I take like 9 special problems you have in your life, and most people do have, and how the government has programs for those 9 problems. And I take you by the hand, and I show you videos and step by step with the websites to solve that problem. Now it takes patience on your part because you have to watch those videos. You have to take your own hand and do that. I don't fly out to all the places yet and help people. So you have to do that. And take your hand and get on the phone. It's going to be a lot of phone calls. Some people aren't used to doing that. Yes, you got to do your work. Yes, Demi. And so, but it's all there, and it's step by step. They may take you a few days. It may take you a few weeks to get through it, just for one area. And then that's what you have to be prepared for. Otherwise, you'll still be swimming in a pool of sharks on Google and getting nowhere. Just dodging sharks is what it is. You bring your shark repellent. But the best thing to do is to thank you, Charity. You make my heart stop when that. And that's why I do this. It's really. Because it's helping people, boy, and I see, and they appreciate it, and that is the most effective heroin or crack or drug in the world, man. It's something that is food for the soul like nothing else, and that's why I want to do this more and more and more, because those times in the day when people say, hey, I got this because of what you gave me. Wow. I mean, it's really not because of me, it's because of the government. But somebody says that to me. That is incredible words, and I can't believe they're actually coming to me, and like I say, it is something that, because of that, I have to keep doing. My soul says that. I'll do this if we're broke, if we're whatever. And that's why we give our profits back to you, members, because you need that money. I don't need another goddamn question mark suit. So we give about half our money now back to members. We give it in $1,000 or $500. I mean, I never thought I would give them. We've given out like $1 million. We're just a small little company. $1 million was the moon to me. I never. That is serious money. I mean, in Washington, that's pocket change. But I mean, to me, that's an incredible thing. I can't get over. I'm able to do that, and it is. It's the most important thing that I do. I can help you with money and give you the profits we have to help you, show you where the sources are in America that are there to help you. You have to grow. We all have to grow. I have to keep growing in order to stay alive and in order to contribute to society. I think we're here to help each other. Tammy knows that. Charity knows that. All these people, the regulars know that. They're trying to help each other. They're there. They're paying members, helping each other paying members every day. And they know how important that is. And what it means to a person who gives and what it means to a person who receives. That's why thank people for things. It's so important. And even though I get embarrassed still get embarrassed when people thank me about something or whatever, I feel embarrassed about it. I don't know, stuff the nuns taught me or whatever, not to be, blow your own horn or whatever. And that is very important to me, is that every member helps every member. So that's why I give money back, is to show we're really here to help each other. So even me, and I never thought I'd make money at charging $20. I mean, with my MBA and the businesses expenses I had. No, I had to charge $200, $2,000 or whatever. Able to do it for $20, and I am so thankful. I want to thank each and every one of you as much as I can. And that's why I feel that if I give you the money back, that's a way to appreciate it, because now you're helping finance something that other people could use, even maybe after I'm gone. This could stay because people are helping each other. You don't need me anymore, and you could just keep going, or whatever it is. And that's so important. It's not in the league of Tammy. I'm not in the league of Tammy and the rest so many. You will be, Charity. You will be. We all will be. And she's helping else do that. She gives encouragement, a sunshine, a smile, words of praise. Just a word, a single word could change people. So that's why you see something in Let's Go Help, that somebody's struggling with something of this, you just give them a little pat in the back is all we need sometime. I know that's me. I mean, we all have troubles. We all struggle in life. None of us really know what to do. We're all guessing every day of our life. But maybe an experience from one of us could help somebody else. Kindness is always a good thing. Right, Joe? And that's what I need. I mean, it is have fun and be kind. They're the two things I think. She is beaming the light of hope. Yeah, see? And that's what makes this world go round. What makes us, the rest of us, grow. If you're beaming and you're hopeful, you give that little praise to somebody else. It's easy to be angry, and reason too. A lot of bad shit happens to everybody. What are you gonna do about it? You can't change the world. It's really about licking your wounds, getting your ass up, and trying it again. And that's what people like Tammy and Charity and these people are doing for other members. Just when somebody falls, they give them a little boot and send them out on the way, and a little kindness. And kindness to me is the key to all this. And that's why even the researchers that get paid to help you, I say, I don't really care. You're all good people. You'll do what is right. I'm not worried about that. Just I'm worried about is be kind, because that's the hardest thing to do in life. We all get beat up, and there's nasty people out there that bring our nasties out and things like that. And if you're kind, and it's the same with getting information, because as Charity and Tammy knows, you have to call the government. That's the best way to get it. And if you're not kind, if you're yelling at them and angry at the government because they never gave you a goddamn grant, you're taking it on this poor bureaucrat, you're not going to get much. And that's important to realize that. And so how much you get really depends on you and your personality. And that's what it's about. I need 25,000 today, and I will lose everything. Well, you probably won't get it today, James. I'm sorry about that. 2,500 today, but it depends on what it's for. Actually, at $2,500, there may be a way. Now, if you're a member, well, actually, here's what to do. Go to. If you're not a member, I'll show. I have free help. If you're not a member, go to trylesco.com. trylesco.com. Okay, one more time. Tammy, could you tap that in the chat? Oh, actually, no, the chat is really our members or on YouTube. If you could put trylesco.com. Go there, download that report. Okay, you have, I don't know where you are in the country, but here on the East Coast, you got half a day left. There's 7 phone calls there that you could make right now, as soon as you download that report. And each one of those phone calls are people in your community who get paid by the government and nonprofit organizations to solve your financial problem. You hear me? I'm going to charge you $20. These are 7 people that are paid for by the government and nonprofit organizations to are waiting there to talk to you, to help you solve your financial problems. Okay? I mean, should I say it again? Try, TRYLESKO.com. Yes. And that's what I mean. See, there's people there who hear stories like you every day and try to solve them. That's where you want to go. You don't want to go to the internet. Sure, it may be there, but you don't have time to find it because you got a billion other things in the way there before you run into it by accident. So stay away from Google. Stay away from Google. Go to trylesco.com. Call those 7 offices. I don't make a penny out of this, okay? Call those 7, and neither of the people you call, none of them are making money from you. So don't worry about that. What about Bing? What about it? Oh, that's another search engine, but they're selling advertising too. I mean, they're not bad to have, but again, their motive is to pay to sell advertising. So that means the people there who are the websites there want to get money from you so they could pay Bing or Google or whatever. You know, if you know the exact name of an organization, then you could go to one of those and put it in, like the Area Office on Aging for whatever, you know, and you have the exact title of the website, that's fine. You could find it. But you can't go looking for help, you know, when you don't know where it is. Because otherwise, the sharks are out there waiting for people. Oh, no. Where's the money? Oh, I smell money. They're looking for chum in the water, these sharks, you know. And that's what their life is all about that. Call those 7 offices, right? And that's what it is. Okay, back to the listing that I sent all the members, okay? And we have thousands and thousands. So there's 3 websites in there. One is my, you know, a monster website. Okay, these are 9 different areas that are all take you by the hand, step by step, to get aid for what you need, to get money for what you need, to get free expertise for what you need. Everything I have in there is a website that gives money or gives you free help. That doesn't work in Google, okay? One is, oops, not that one. Oh, I got it wrong. Damn. What did you do with that? Tammy, what did you do with that thing? Okay. The first one in there is the best way to use Let's Go Help, because I wanted you to know how to get this, know about all the grants that we give out with our own money every month. We give out $70,000 to $75,000. We give out 25 free. What do you call those things? Oh, computers, laptop computers every day, and I see they're flying out the door, man. They're doing that very well. So make that, and the workshops we have weekly workshops on grant training. Man, if you go to Google and look for grant training workshops, they're going to charge you hundreds and thousands of dollars for that. No. You don't have to do that. You know, I know what you need better than anybody else. I know what this stuff is better than anybody else. You know, sure, I could be wrong, and I sound like a blowhard when I say that, but pound for pound, I think it's right. I'm not right all the time, certainly. And there's a lot of stuff out there I don't know about, certainly, because it changes every day. Okay, the other report is for home repair, okay? Now, this is, I think, a miraculous report because any kind of home repair, any income. Now, but it's a bit lengthy because it shows you all the possibility. See, in getting help, in getting money, in getting a job, in getting a lover, in getting anything, you have to be prepared that what you think will work will not work. Because 9 times out of 10, that's what happens. You get out there and go, and somebody tells you about a program out there for home repair grant or something like that, and you find out you're not eligible. What do you do then? you don't hang up. You don't go home and find out how to play Parcheesi or whatever the hell. No, you have to keep going and find other programs. That's what our country is so vast. It's so big. There's so many options. It's something like if one girl tells you no, doesn't want to date, it doesn't mean every girl will say no. No, you can't. Yeah, Matthew Lesko has sent out that report in your information notification bill. Yes, I sent it to everybody. And make sure you have those 3 reports. Now, I'm reading from the first report, which is the monster report. There's 9 other reports in that, actually 10. And one is for the home repair. I mean, the first one actually is for how to use the service. The second is for home repair. The next is for starting a business and getting money to start a business. Do not use Google, please. And do not look for a grant to start business. You can't do that first. You have to look for help first, not a grant. Then you look for a grant after you get the help, okay? And that's very important. How to get a free car or pay for car repair. That's a complete report on that. There's like 60 pages or something like that. I mean, everything. There's where in your where you live, you could find a car where they train mechanics to work on your car for free. Things like this, nonprofit or there's like churches that on Saturdays they bring in free mechanics to fix cars for free. People help people, just like you're feeling here. Well, the world is like that, but you don't find those people easily who are just there to help people because they don't advertise. Who you see are the people that advertise. You go to Google. That church is not advertising on Google, I'll tell you. I don't either. Thank God I can act like a crazy clown and have Google run my ads for free, and that's what's great being a clown. The media likes it, and they'll advertise you for free. I found that when I was doing talk shows. Man, I can get on Letterman, Oprah, and everything as long as I act crazy. They don't care what I say. They just want to entertain people. Okay, writer's grants. Okay, here's a report on why you don't need a grant writer. You do not need a grant writer. You do not need a grant writer. You do not need a grant writer. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but you'll go on Google and there'll be people there telling you need a grant writer, and that makes sense when you hear them, but you don't. You got Vincent to get my shed painted. Wow, charity. Well, you see, she got the church painted her shed. Oh, good. See, this stuff, who knows? You don't, because St. Vincent de Paul is not advertising. St. Vincent de Paul around the country too also does car repairs. That's it. Okay, here's get out of debt and pay your bills. Now, this is a wonderful report because it takes you through if you're worried about billing, paying, and all that, this takes you through everything. How to start, okay? And it shows you the websites, the phone numbers, everything. This says, okay, first, you make an appointment with a free financial counselor. Do not go to Google. Do not go to Google and put in credit repair and all that kind of, no, because that's where the sharks are. They're gonna get you. They're good at it. They're better than you are, better than I am. So don't, stay away from there. See that report, download and call and make an appointment with a free financial counselor so you can get a picture of what has to be done and what's easy to do, what's hard to do, and stuff like that. Okay, then below that, after I show you how to do that, then I got a step-by-step for the major expenses that you have, living expenses. When Matthew Lesko sends out a notification, it goes to all Lesko Help 2 members. Yes, yes, I hope. So you want to, what was I saying? See, man, getting old is dangerous. I just forget stuff. Okay. And you go through, I have all the major daily living expenses, okay? You have rent, okay, here's where to get that paid for. But it's not just one place. See, that's the other thing. People go look for one place to pay the rent, and they say, no, you're not eligible. Well, I checked, and there's nothing I'm eligible. That may be true, but you only checked one place. You have to check the 20 or 30 or 40, sometimes 150 other places that give out rent money, And if you're not doing that, then you cannot say there is no rent grants for you. And utilities the same way. Water bills the same way. Real estate taxes the same way. People have trouble paying them, okay? How do you do that? There's ways to do it. And so I take you through all those. Or is it mortgages? Okay, you have mortgage. There's ways to do that too. And again, it's not one, it's many. So if you don't contact many, you can't say there's no grants for you, okay? If you checked one or two and they said yes, then okay, then you could say that. If you checked 50, 100, and that's what we do. Show you more to check. And so there's no job for you. But did you check the supermarket? Did you check over here? See? And that's it. Well, I checked, yeah, but where? You couldn't possibly. That's why it's all about energy. Okay, how about buying a house? Okay, now that's complicated. And again, do not go to Google if you need help buying a house. Why? Because they're selling you money. They're selling you commissions, everything. Everybody wants to make money from you there. There are 7 nonprofit organizations that I have a list there where you live, whose job it is to help people who can't afford a house to be able to afford a house. You hear that? These are 7 organizations, separate than the other money. These are separate organizations. They happen to be 7. It's a thing I like. Can I buy a house when I'm only get? Maybe. I don't know. You have to check and check and check and check. Yeah. These 7 organizations, you call each one of them, tell them your situation, and ask them about possibilities. I'm looking for a house. I only have this. Can you suggest anything? They'll say yes, no, maybe, or you're crazy. Either one. Those answers, whatever it is, if it's not helpful, you go to the next one. And you say, this is my situation. I'm looking for a house. Do you think I'm crazy? Is there any opportunities? Or can you suggest someone else I should talk to for help? Okay? They say you're crazy, fine. You hang up and call the next one. Until you call all those 7, man, you haven't found, and still you haven't found, but that will give you the best running start, the best lead to find other places. Then each one of those people that say no, you ask them, what would you suggest I do? You hear that? Each of those people who say no, you ask them, what do you suggest that I should do? Okay? Because they're the best people to give you good guesses. Because they're in the business of helping people like you get money for housing, to solve your housing problem. They've seen things. They see cases every day. You don't. You only see your own case. So you have the value of someone who helped 500 people get homes. That's who you want to talk to. Not me. not your mother-in-law. What do they know? A little bit. These people see so much more. And they're the power you have. They're the power. That's the energy. That's the oil. That is gold in solving your problem. People who know things that you don't know and most other people don't. They're there. But you have to dig them out. So they're all there. You call each one of those people like that. And all these things are exactly like that. You have to do that kind of work to really get into it. By the way, also here's how to, if you have a student loan, check with studentaid.gov. Studentaid.gov, okay? You want to go there and look at the income repayment plan. They changed the rules. Now, particularly if you don't make a lot of income, and a lot of income is like $60,000, $70,000, $80,000. So it includes a lot of pay. You don't have to pay it all back. Yeah, and you can pay a little bit and it's a very small amount. You could pay like $1 a month for the next 10 years and get it all forgiven. So let's say you owe the government $100,000 in student loan. You could get your payments down to $1 a month, and so that's $12 a year for 10 years. That's $120, and $100,000 is all gone. Go there and see what that means to you. If that's available, this is what Biden's been fighting the Supreme Court about and everything. So he's really trying to shovel out this money. More money is going to be shoveled out in what he just proposed like a week or two ago than the law that the Supreme Court canceled on him. You know, the Republicans took his forgiveness, student loan forgiveness to court, and Biden lost. Not anymore. This is even, well, actually, it's about the same. $40 billion, $400 billion, yeah. And I think this is like $350 billion. Same thing. You're gonna get it. But you have to apply for this. Get in there and find out, okay? That's the student loan, okay. 2 other reports down there that I have on that list. One is the Meta Grants report. That is huge. That is huge. That is an internet by itself, but just for free money. That's what's neat about that. It's just for free money. Yeah. And then the other thing is your 500 mini grant report for your state, okay? Now this is something I always thought every state should have. They should give it out as you move into the state, because what this does is take for your state, and it shows you everything that's in your state for all the problems in life. You need a job or education? Here are all the programs, here are all the grants for that. You need to pay your bills and expenses. Here are all the programs. Here are all the grants for just that. Now, any of these things doesn't mean it's total. These are just what's there. There's always thousands of other things, okay? And we have it there for entrepreneurs. We have it there for healthcare. We have it there for legal help, getting a job, all this kind of stuff. So make sure you download that report for your state. Every person in America should have that, okay? And the link that is in there shows you for every state. So you could download for every state. You're thinking of moving to Alabama? Let's see what the hell they have. You know, you got a grandmother who lives in Maine? Let me get her this report. Share with this. You could also share and apply to our grants for your friends, relatives, neighbors, anybody you know. You think somebody needs $500 or $1,000, apply to us for them, okay? We want to help people, whoever they are, but you gave the money, so if you don't want to apply for yourself, you apply for somebody else, please. I don't know how to say this more. So those 2 reports, the mega grant report and the mini grant. The mini grant report is so goddamn good, man. I mean, I personally did every one of those for about 5 years. You know, I mean, this is what it took me. Go, Matthew. Anyone have a question? Anybody have a question? Fuck yeah. Okay, if you want to ask me a question. Now, we're working on, if we haven't answered your question on Let's Go Help 2, it means we're sloppy and incompetent, which we are. We're overwhelmed with this stuff. And so we're trying like hell. And I don't want you to think that we're impersonal or whatever. Man, I live with my heart as open as I possibly can. And I know the more I open it and try to open it to you, it opens mine even more. And I just want to keep doing that as much as I can every day. If I can personally come and hug you and give you a phone number, that would be wonderful. I mean, humanity is just terrific. You know, there's bad parts to all of us. You don't want to see my bad part. I got some ex-wives, I'll tell you. But the heart feels so good, and what I feel too uh, is that that's the only thing left to grow. I mean, I can't run. I can barely walk fast. I used to run, I guess about 12, 13-minute miles every day, 6 miles a day every day for 40 some years. And now I have to walk, and that takes me a lot longer. So I can't do anything strong and physical and everything. But the one thing that you can keep growing every single day of your life is your heart, is your love. Now that's one thing you could keep growing, right? So no matter how fucked up we all are, how bad things happen, you can grow that love. And that, after you feed yourself and have the basics, man, that's the best thing there is. But maybe that's just coming from an old man who's 80 years old, and doesn't need a lot of, necessities anymore. So don't trust me. Don't trust anybody. You have to listen to your heart. And that's when my life started changing, when I started not listening to what other people tell me I should do. Because I went all through schools, I got an MBA and whatever. Didn't come from wealth at all or anything. We were a middle class suburban family, and really nice folks, but nothing was working. I got an MBA, started a business, it failed. Started another business, it failed. What the fuck? I was not a good student. Flunked English. I have 2 New York Times bestsellers now, though, but I flunked English in college. And it wasn't until I started listening to my heart. Because to me, I feel your heart is smarter than your brain. We're all trying to be smart, okay? Oh, I want to be smarter than the next guy. I want to be the smartest guy in the room and everything. Well, smart doesn't work all the time, particularly if you're what to do with you. You're different. We're all different than anybody else. And that's why I keep dressing different, to remind myself that I am different. And I got to find things that work for me, not for everybody else, And that's why you could learn something from them and try and see and it may help you a little bit, but the good stuff is really coming from your heart and finding what's unique about you, because that's what we have to share with everybody, is what's unique about us. And you're trying to be like somebody else. No, they're going to do that better. And that's why you want to share, and that's even more so now, particularly in surviving, because you don't need 1 million customers. When I was writing books for people in New York, if you want to make a big seller, you have to please everybody, and to please everybody, you please nobody, or whatever. You just try to hop on a fad, and then you can't do something really good, because what really is good is coming from you and your heart, and nobody else is doing that, and they don't know it's good yet. So you have to do that yourself. Let's go. My heart is full and my eyes are filled with tears as you speak and teach about love. Oh, you're so nice, Andrea. But that is the best feeling. I mean, I love crying. And growing up as a guy in the 50s, that wasn't very macho. You had to be John Wayne. And now I feel, and the older I get, the more I feel, if I cry, I know something important is happening. How else are you going to tell? Because somebody wrote a press release? That's not from anybody's heart. Why should that make you cry? Yeah. And that's why, boy, if I cry, and I know I look for reasons, or I'll open that door all the time if I get a chance to cry. I just, that's a human experience, that is so human, that feels, that's you from the inside out. That's what this is. See, my clothes, I call it living inside out. I want to take the inside and put it on the outside. This is what the fuck I am, and that's when I started really growing until it's a struggle. Life's a struggle anyway. So you might as well be doing struggle something that you're, you know what I mean. Wow, that was great, guys. I felt hearted, and what I really want to get across is that we're screwed up as a company. We don't do everything very well because it's growing too fast, and because it's all just personal. It's hard to do personal things very in a very large way. This is why we have, artificial intelligence, so we could do it a lot of things in a very impersonal way. I don't know. That's artificial intimacy, not artificial intelligence. So I'm trying to keep it as personal as possible and still be able to stay in business. And so we're not very good. We'll lose your questions and they'll be screwed up and probably not get. So ask us again, and we may lose that and get screwed up again. And that's why the only thing we have now for sure until this gets screwed up is over on Facebook. We have is me answering those questions. Everyone that starts on Facebook, we're trying to get most everybody is on my Let's Go Help too, and we have a place now just for questions. But people are leaving questions all over, and we're working to get that down. But if you want something from us, you will just Matthew Lesko. You got this. And my my hope is that you know the sincerity, whatever the fuck that word is, of wanting to truly help as many people as we can to find an answer to a financial problem or any other kind of problem. We may be able to find a source, a free source to help you with. Because to lift a burden from somebody else is, I think, what we're all here to do. Not to pile up money in the bank. I mean, that's sort of fun, but I don't think it's really what we have to take care of ourselves first. So that's why you want to help somebody else first. Find how to be self-sufficient first. Let us help you do that. How to earn income, how to do this, whether it's with government programs or not, because that's what's needed. You have to solve, be self-sufficient so you can then help other people. And that's why on our business, if we're making money, we want to give the extra back to people who need it, okay? But we have to make money and stay in business. So that's why we can't go willy-nilly and just hire 500 people to answer every question individually to make sure we do that. That we can't stay in business to be able to help people if we do that. So everybody always has a way to, there certainly is a way to solve all the problems we have, but it has to be practical and cost-effective, because otherwise we won't be here. And I think to ourselves, your first goal in life is to be able to support yourself so you could be here. You could be here to help other people. You have to do that first. And then after you're steady with that, then you figure out, okay, now how could I give back? Now that I could breathe a little bit. But if you don't have that to breathe, you have to take care of you first, and then in your family, take care of you first. Like if people work for me, I tell them, oh, they have emergency. I don't care. What we do is not going to stop the world if you don't do it. You go take care of your family first. Your family is more important than anything else on the planet first. Well, first you, then your family, and then us, your job. But it has to be in that order. And we'll get by. You'll wait another day if we don't answer. You didn't get to the last 3 days. What the hell's another one? right, self-care. Adriana, well, I'm trying to debate if I have enough time to exercise today. Man, the time just slips by. And I try to keep the train on the tracks. So if I go out and exercise for 2 hours and some, that's what it takes me for do just 6 hours in at the gym. It takes me about 2 hours to 15 minutes maybe. But it's I feel physically terrific. Even the shingles, I still feel those little ticklies around here somewhere. And that's sort of interesting. Tammy, can you swim? Are you allowed to swim? Tammy, do you know we have a state-by-state listing of every disability grants for every state? So if you go into the Meta Grants report, back down in like maybe item number 22 or somewhere around there, we have a listing, a state-by-state listing of grants for people with disabilities in that state, okay? So you can find your state in that list. You could download all the states if you want and send them to friends. I don't care. I'm not going to sue you or whatever. I'm copying all this stuff from the government. Why should you not be able to copy it and send it? If you're making money out of it, I still won't sue you. I don't care. I mean, I just think you're not creative. That's all. That doesn't mean, oh, absolutely not. Adrian, self-care is not selfish at all, because you can't help anybody if you don't take care of you. You have to do that first. But Tammy, or anybody else, go get that Meta Grant report, look for the disability listing, and seniors. It's for seniors and people with disabilities. And download for your state. Download other states you know that people with disability. Download other states you know seniors live in, and send them that report. Yeah. Then we have one for people who take care of children. Man, particularly single moms are just the backbone of our country. And then single dads, that are raising children. Download that report. We got a state-by-state report for everything there too. Also for legal, you want legal help. Download our legal report. We have one for every state. You could download that state, your state, anybody else's state, and send them that link, please, for their state. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me vent and get that off my Charity. I hope to keep you in my pocket. How's that? See, I mean, the words you say are, I can't believe they're being said about me. And I don't know, I'm embarrassed, but it feels terrific. And I want to thank each and every one of you. And that's why, to me, to show my appreciation for what you say is to help as many more people as I can every day. So bear with us. I don't know the best way to do this, and struggle every day with it, and that's fine. If it wasn't a struggle, it wouldn't be fun, to tell you the truth. If it was easy, I'd go do something else that was harder. Adrienne Kilgores, that's so sweet. That will keep me up. If I move, I do apply in my state or the state I want to move to. Well, it depends on what you want. If you want money to move, you may have to apply in your state. If you want, like, rent money, would be in the state you're moving to. Most of it will be in the state you're moving to, unless it's going to be 2 years from now or something like that. No, I would say, in a general sense, every thing is different. Do you know that there's really not too many people who are so giving, at least as far as I know? Well, I don't know. I just know I have to follow what's inside and listen to my heart. And I'm sure people aren't different than me. I'm sure we're all the same. It's what we're encouraged to do, and what's around us. That's why, at least here, at Let's Go Help, I want to have an environment that encourages the kindness and the loving and all that, so that it's there. Are there grants to assist you with getting out of debt? Yes. Oh, where have you been, Gloria? God damn it, you're late again. You were late yesterday too, weren't you? God damn it, where are you? I'm gonna have to put this on your report. This is going in your permanent record, Gloria. Yes, permanent record. I remember in high school they say, this will be in your permanent record. Nah, there is no permanent record. Okay, download the monster report, Gloria, and look at item number 6. Okay, that deals with that step-by-step video instructions, links, everything you need to carry on. Now you have to do some work on that. And a lot of it, do as much as you can on the phone, because that's the way I know I am back, everyone. Tammy, everything. Yeah, well, I know, but people don't. I don't know when I do these things. I do it when I feel like, because if I have to do it at a certain time, then it's like a dentist appointment. Oh God, I gotta do this. I want to go to the dentist appointment, So that's why I do a lot of things every day. I work most every working hour of my day. And I have the energy for that if it doesn't feel like work. So if I have to do something, then that gets closer to work. And so that's why I don't know when I'm going to do this again. Maybe tomorrow, maybe on Saturday, maybe we'll do cartoons on Saturday. How's that? Saturday morning cartoons. Something like that. You think that'll be good? But I don't know. It's just when the Spirit moves me, what I have to do, I got to run everything. I love having 1,000 things to do. It helps my ADD. Gives it something worthwhile to do. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Yeah, you guys do so much for my heart. You're my heart attack. You attack my heart every day with these kind words. It's just unbelievable. Thank you so much. See you soon. I'll be around. I used to be very round. Good.